The third set will be played on Naro Station. Spawning in the proxy position in the bottom left from STX Seoul, his name is Mini.
His opponent is Brown from SK Telecom T1 Orange Protoss. You know, I was thinking to myself, he had a long delay. What if this was really short match after a long delay?
I guess that's what's going to happen here. Mini, his hand has been forced by the technical delays.
And here's the thing.
He's had it, man.
He wanted this to be perfect as possible. That's the reason why he was complaining to the referee, saying something is wrong because if I have a missed micro, my opponent can scout the proxy.
Yep. All right, well, it looks like we're going to have a proxy in the main base of Brown.
All right, so if this gets scouted, then there's no answer for Mini, but if it doesn't get scouted, there's no answer for Brown.
For the most part. Some of these players are so good, they can eventually hold it off and kind of crawl back into the game, but it's really hard.
And the problem is this is an in-base proxy, not outside of the base. With this build, you have to scout it. Even if you scout, even if you don't scout it and make some solid and make a stalker, you're only going to have, like, what, 3 probe left at the end of the proxy from your opponent. So you are going to get some damage.
Oh, and it's scouted!
What's up, man?
Brown's like, whoa, okay. Thanks for showing me this, bro. I'm going to go ahead and get a second gateway.
Just like what Artosis said, if you scout it before putting down the gas, all you have to do is put down a second gateway inside the main base, possibly a third if it's a 2 gateway.
Brown double-checking this to make sure that no additional gateways are spotted, or we have even a cancel on that original gateway. But this is going to put Mini in a really hard place because everything's been revealed. Brown is going to have a superior probe count and superior Zala count eventually as well here.
So all Mini can do at this point is try to get out as many Zalas as possible and try to kill as many probes. That's the best he can do at this point while building a pylon inside the main base and getting a cybernetics core before the gateway gets taken out.
Yeah. All right, the Zealot moving in here. We're going to need to see good micro from Brown. No reason for him to lose any probes here as long as he can control his units properly. And the first Zealot is out for Brown. Waiting for that second one, potentially third. He'll eventually have the Zealot count in his favor here. Second Zealot now out for Mini. Where is the second Zealot from Brown here? It should be out very soon. All right, the probe's looking to get us around here. The Zealot's running away from Mini's side. One probe killed.
One probe killed, but the second Zealot is out, and now the third one is going to come out pretty soon. I'm not too sure why he's pulling so many probes, but he does get a nice around at the corner.
The positioning is really good for Mini here. Brown, I think he's panicking a little bit here, and his probe count is falling down. Look at this, though, behind this. Brown sending a Zealot to Mini's main base.
He wasn't supposed to take this much damage.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He hasn't even killed off any of the Zealots either.
All he had to do is just wait over there, wait for the 2 gateway Zealots to come out, and just overpower his opponents with sheer numbers.
Exactly. That's what he
wasn't
needs
supposed to pull the probes at all either.
All right, these Zealots moving over here. They may try to go for the pylon of the space over here or try to get into a corner with good positioning. The probes, they need to go, surround on the Zealots, not just attack them one by one. The Zealot's very low on health now. Looks like they're going to end up being taken out. Now there's going to be a Zealot in the main base of Mini, and there's no solution for the Zealot here.
I mean, this now is kind of inevitable for Mini because he does have a proxy over there, but Mini also needs to be careful and micro as much as possible, losing few probes over there, but in the end,
Mini is ahead in the worker count.
Mini is ahead in workers, Mini is ahead in tech. Brown doesn't have a cybernetics core.
Yeah, that's actually, this is kind of a mistake here from Brown. This
wasn't supposed to happen at all.
Yeah, he, a little bit of a missed, I guess, decision-making wise, things aren't working out as well for him.
And
there's a Stalker on the way from Mini as well. Brown isn't handling the situation at all here. He may end up losing this game.
I'm kind of baffled right now because Brown saw everything. He went for the 2 gateways, and the biggest problem is he pulled the probes. He wasn't supposed to do that. In fact, he was supposed to defend without pulling the probes, just getting a lot of Zealots out against Mini.
You pull the probes when the Zealots from your opponent go into your mineral line so you can get a surround on them, and you use and abuse that mineral lock to make sure the Zealots can't get away.
Yeah, but you don't push out with the probes trying to surround his opponent, and Mothership Core is even out for our Protoss player from STX Seoul as Brown. He is so far behind in this game. All they can make right now is Zealots.
Well, Brown, he'll have some Zealots here. The problem is he doesn't have a solution for the Mothership Core or the Stalkers currently. He's getting 2 Stalkers out now, I believe. So
yeah,
eventually he'll be able to get some units to come back in this game, but he is currently at a deficit.
Mini wasn't supposed to be ahead in this game at all, as right now he has more gateways than his opponent. The Warp Gate is going to finish much earlier than his opponent, and the Mothership Core is going to provide a nice... pretty much a nice tank against some of the Stalkers over there, as Mini, he's just trying to gear towards a 3-gate attack.
The only thing Mini can do really to lose this game now, I feel, is if he
overcommits.
Yeah, exactly. Overcommits, gets a little bit too confident here, and just throws away units needlessly against his opponent. The Warp Gate will complete first for Mini here, and there's no sentries. The wall off here, or excuse me, use the force field. Mothership Core now out for Brown as well. He's got a second gas. He's slowly climbing back in supplies. It's 33 to 34 right now.
Yeah, well, now is the time where Mini's like, okay, I have the units that I wanted to. I'm ahead in this game. But do I actually press forward with three gateways? Because right now, Brown, once he gets a sentry out, then he can defend against this. But no sentries, which means that Mini, he can just push up and win the game.
Mini doing a nice job here with this control, focusing, firing down the Stalkers, getting the Zealots now, and the Mothership Core is the only unit remaining. The probes off the mineral line once again, but the situation is very grim for Brown, and it's not looking good for him at all. There's pretty much no units left for him. I think this is going to be GG here from Mini, and yep, there's the GG. Mini defeats Brown, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised. I think Brown may have just kind of panicked there, and his nerves got to him. The decision-making from him wasn't what you'd expect.
You aren't supposed to pull probes at all. You only pull probes when the Zealots are at the mineral line for, like, you know, last-minute defense and trying to make sure that the probes do not get Zealots get a kill on the probes. And given the fact that he had more gateways than his opponent, all he had to do is chrono boost out some Zealots, buy some gas behind it, get a 7 in his core, go for a counter attack, and win the game. That was the scenario, except he just lost too many probes.
Indeed. So
which wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah. So the score is currently 2-1, STX Seoul in the lead. The next match is going to be Haiba against Ibisu. Don't go anywhere. This is the SK Planet Pro League.